Well, after the budget put in about 60,000 to 1 lakh rupees in our hands by way of tax giveaways, now the Reserve Bank has made life easier by cutting the interest rate by 0.25%, which means all our EMIs on home loans will go down. The way banks structure EMIs, your monthly payment won't go down, but the number of EMIs will go down. But let me just elaborate a little bit on the rate cut. Because our home loans are what you call floating rates, they are linked to the Reserve Bank's rate. But some loans are fixed loans, like auto loans. Some loans are linked to what is called an MCLR, many SME loans, corporate loans. They will not go down immediately, but home loan guys can be very happy. The second thing that impacts both you and me and everybody is that hereafter, all banks have to create their domain name in such a way that it ends with @bank.in. So it's something like, State Bank of India @bank.in. Now, why is that being proposed and made popular? So that hereafter, only when you get a message from an ending with bank.in should you respond. This is to stop consumers like you and me getting fooled by pesky calls and by fraudulent callers. Respond with a message only if the domain ends, if the caller's address ends with @bank.in. Now, this is a very important step taken, and I think you have to congratulate the new governor as well, who is from one of the IITs and who is trained in electronics engineering and computer engineering. So it looks like the Reserve Bank has just stepped ahead in terms of using state-of-the-art technology to protect consumers. Among other things, there was not much for the consumer. We don't know whether there will be many more rate cuts because the Reserve Bank governor did keep the stance as neutral, and that indicated that we are not going to accommodate too many rate cuts because there are global headwinds. On other things, like, there were some very tough regulations that were on the anvil for banks, and that would have made them less profitable. Those regulations for the moment have been held back. They are called LCR regulations, expected credit loss rules. All those are going to come into force only after March 2026. So at the moment, if you are an investor in banks, you will notice that banks are breathing easy. They have a little more elbow room. The first policy, therefore, was a bit of a giveaway policy. It made rates lower, but it was not an ultra loose policy. The governor still remained cautious and conscious that the Reserve Bank has to get CPI, the consumer price inflation, to 4%. He reiterated his faith in that and his faith and commitment to that target.